Yes, I am here once again talking about Pretty Little Liars. I talk about Pretty Little Liars as if anybody's paying me to talk about it, but in reality, it's just that I have so many opinions, and this is one of my favorite shows of all times. Well, today we're not talking about the show, we're talking about the books, but same thing. Well, same thing. Debatable. Today we're going to have more of a chill video, take a back seat and relax, grab your coffee, milkshake, hot chocolate, whatever, grab some snacks, because we're not gonna get mad. No, we're going to just chill, and we're gonna rank the Pretty Little Liar books, because I didn't read 18 books just to keep it to myself. We're gonna talk about it until I cannot squeeze any more juice out of that. Yeah, okay. I don't know what just came out of my mouth. Point is, we're gonna talk about Pretty Little Liars a lot until I finish Hush Hush, and then we'll talk about Hush Hush. But yeah, that's gonna take me a while, because I started book 2 last week and I have not picked it up since then. Do you remember tiermaker.com? That was like a huge thing back in 2020, and we're going to revisit it today. I wanted to make a lot of effort for this video, so obviously I had to make my own template, which I'm gonna leave in the description in case anybody wants to do this ranking as well. So let's explain the tiers. On the top of the pyramid, we have Season 1, Season 2 of Pretty Little Liars, which is the prime time, the greatness of Pretty Little Liars. If the book is in this tier, it means that it's just as great as Season 1, Season 2, or it might be slightly better, okay? But this means that the book I really enjoyed reading, the plot was magnificent, and maybe I didn't really get that mad to the characters. Maybe. Then we have Marlene Take Notes, when that just means that whatever happened in this book, I wish that Marlene has done that. I wish they would have read the book and be like, oh my god, this is great, we're gonna put that in the show. If only they did that and not put Charlotte. If only they did that, the show would have been so much better. And then we have, no, not like that. I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. And I'm gonna stop myself right there, because then I'm gonna sing the whole Exile lyrics. If you actually want to see me sing that song, you can go to my video, The Summer I Turned Pretty, whatever it's called, I don't remember what it was, 2 videos ago, and you will see me performing that song. And please don't tell me that you did that, because I'm gonna get so fucking embarrassed. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. This means that I remember nothing from this book, and I had to go back to the notes that I made for my video, so I remember whatever happened. Oh, I didn't explain the other tier. I think I've seen this film before. It just means that this book is the exact same plot than the other book. Like, let's say Ruthless is the same book as Wicked. I don't remember what happened in either of those books, but that's what it means. Same shit. We could have cut one out. And then we have Alex, and on the bottom of the pyramid,
on the bottom, hey,
we have Alex Drake. I'm just gonna make a clarification that nothing is worse than Alex Drake, but being in this tier just means that you were almost there. You were trying to get there. You obviously did not get there, but you were trying. And just for that, you're gonna be in this fucking tier right next to Alex Drake, okay? So yeah, let's start. How do I shuffle this? Because I think all the books are like in order. I don't want that. I want to shuffle. Hi, we're back. I had to do it manually. I couldn't figure out how to do it in another way, and I'm impatient, and yeah. Okay, first we have Killer. Okay, so in Killer, nothing really interesting happened, because I just went back to my notes, so we know where that's gonna go. And nothing really interesting happened in that book. It was just the beginning where they find, in the previous book, they found Ian's dead body. And then when the cops get there in the beginning of this book, the body's not there anymore, and they think they made everything up. And then throughout the book, they believe Jason is acting weird, and then Emily starts dating Isaac or something like that, and Hannah is fighting for Mike. And then at the end of the book, they find Allison in Spencer's barn, well, outside of Spencer's barn, because she was trying to set fire to the forest. So yeah, but nothing really interesting happened, so we're putting that over there. So then we have Ruthless. So Ruthless starts when Spencer going to Penn State during summer, and we have the whole storyline of Kelsey being friends with Emily, and Spencer was the one who put her in jail or something. Yes, in jail for drug possession. So Kelsey's acting very weird. They think Kelsey's A, and apparently Kelsey knew Tabitha or something like that. And I'm pretty sure that storyline, similar to that one, happened in other books. So I'm gonna put this in, I think I've seen this film before, because even the book wasn't that interesting. Okay, I'm conflicted about Heartless, because Heartless, that was the book after Killer, I think number 7. So Ali set fire to the forest, and the girls just saw Ali, and they called like the AMTs who are attending them, but Ali is missing, and Emily's like going crazy telling everybody that Ali is alive, but nobody has any type of proof that she is in fact alive. And Hannah is sent to the preserve where she meets Iris, and this is when, like, for us, because the girls are so fucking stupid, but for us, it's like, oh my god, Ali's alive. But how could she be alive? And then, was she also in the preserve? But how could that happen? It's when things start getting kind of like, we're about to find something out, something very important, but we don't know what it is. I want to put it like in the top tier in season 1, season 2 of Pretty Little Liars, because that book was really great, and in the way of setting the scene was also really, really, really great. But I also don't think it was as great as other books, so I think I'm gonna put it on Marlene Take Notes. But then we have Wanted, which I liked Wanted way more than Heartless, because Wanted is when they announced that Courtney is actually Ali. It's revealed that Courtney and Ali were twins, and that they had Courtney in mental institutions because she wasn't okay, and they hitting her for whatever reason, I don't remember now, but yeah. And she's trying to be friends with the girls again, and then she's slowly telling them that she's Ali, and that Courtney actually is the one who is dead, but she doesn't tell them that that they were actually friends with Courtney and not Ali. And then bam, the finale of that book, where she traps them in the house and gives them a note where she tells them that I killed Courtney, and it was just so good. So I'm gonna put it on the top tier. And then on top of that, she killed Ian, and she was planning to kill Melissa, and they were trapped in like, it was so good. The way they said everything, I think it was kind of slow in the beginning, but it was really good. And then we have Toxic, which I think Toxic is the 15th book, and if I'm not mistaken, that's when they caught Nick, and Nick, who is Allison's accomplice, he's in jail, I think. Yes, he's in jail, and the girls are trying to find Allison. And then at the end of the book, Allison fakes her own death, her own murder, blaming on the liars, and the liars get arrested. I'm gonna put this one on Marlene Take Notes, because it was good. When you reach book 12 and on, like, it's too many books for you, and it's like, it gets really tiring, so it's kind of hard for the book to kind of surprise you or amaze you in any way, because you've read the same plot or almost the same plot for like way too many books, so you're like kind of tired, so it's hard for the book actually be good to your standard. But Toxic did good things, especially the end. Like, I was very surprised. I'm still trying to find the majestics of how did Allison pour out so much of her blood into the whole house? Like, I'm still trying to figure that one out. So book 4 is when Mona is revealed as A, and unlike the show, she dies at the end of the book, and then Hannah is having kind of amnesia because of the car accident. She doesn't remember who A was. And then also Ezra was arrested in the end of the 3rd book, but he's released because Arya didn't press charges. So yeah, unbelievable. I really that unbelievable. I'm gonna put it on the top tier. I like it just as much as I like the Mona reveal in season 2. The whole Mona is a storyline in the show, it was just as great as in the book. I would just add Mona's death to being kind of a little bit superior, because as much as I like Mona, and obviously I don't want her dead, I feel like in the show they overuse her to the point that what's the point of Mona? I should make a video about it. Maybe I'll make a video about Mona. Let me know if you would like something like that. But I think they overuse her in the sense of like she's the mastermind, like she's behind everything and Mona knows everything, and somehow Mona is involved in every single one of the plots, and she has had encounter, like she knows everything. And the thing is, like, yeah, she's crazy intelligent, but I think they overuse her, and I think it would have been better if she actually kind of died or stayed in a mental or stayed in Radley, because I think that was just too much. So Stunning is a book where we found out that Emily had a baby, and this is the storyline of Gail. I personally didn't really like the storyline. I thought the storyline was kind of this. Yeah, I know where I'm gonna put this. I don't know whether to put this on I think I've seen this film before, or if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. I think we're gonna put it on if I don't see it, it doesn't exist, because that book I did not like. The storyline of Gail possibly being I didn't buy that. It was the same thing as Kelsey and everybody, they thought it was in the previous book, it was the same thing. Why would a 50-year-old woman would want to hunt teenage girls? Like, no. I didn't mind the storyline of Emily having a daughter, which was very surprising. Like, I didn't expect that when I was reading the book, but I didn't like the whole Gail thing. Like, I think that was just too much. It was just a way kind of to tie up Tabitha with Rosewood, and I didn't really like it. And then we have Alice Pretty Little Lies, which is gonna be in the top tier. I think that book is necessary for you to understand Allison and Courtney. We never get Courtney's perspective until that book, so I think it's a novel worth reading, because you get to see exactly why did everything started, like what was the relationship actually like between those two twins. And I wish that Marlene, we always blame Marlene, but Marlene wasn't the only one producing the show. So I wish that everyone in the writer's room in Pretty Little Liars, they would have read this. I think the only one in the show who could have put off having a twin would have been Allison. I think Spencer, if they actually made it well, just like in the books, like they actually gave a better storyline and not just something to explain in the finale, like if they actually worked that out throughout the sessions, I think it would have been better. But at the end of the day, I didn't like that at the end it was just Spencer. Like, why? Everything started with Allison and everything should end with Allison. So I think that the only one that should have had a twin could have been Allison. But I understand that they didn't want to do that because they wanted to surprise the fans. So yeah, they can't do that because the books already did that. But I wish that I don't care that they made that twist that it was Spencer and not Allison, but I wish that they actually put some thought into it and put some effort into it. And I think that novella is a perfect backstory to understand exactly why Allison became who became and why Courtney became who she became. Like, I think it's great. Twisted, that is the book that we meet Tabitha, isn't it? Like the one that starts with Jamaica and they believe that Tabitha was Ali, and then it turns out by the end of the book that Tabitha was actually another girl. And then it's revealed by the end of the book that Tabitha was just a random girl. Well, not really random, but it was just a girl. It wasn't Allison. So I'm gonna put this in. I think I've seen this film before because it's the same plot of this person that we just met who's acting so fucking suspicious. It's obviously I don't care how similar or how amazing Tabitha was at imitating Allison, and I don't care how similar Tabitha could have been. I understand that she was blonde just like Allison, and I understand that she was also, white and blue eyes like Allison, but I just don't understand how you mistake the two. I can understand how you mistake twins 100%, but I don't understand how you can mistake two random girls just because they have the same blonde hair, white skin, maybe blue eyes as well. Like, how? On the top of that, Allison isn't supposed to have burns. Like, how could she have healed her burns in such little times? Even you have to have the best plastic surgeon to treat your wounds and for a long period of time, so your wounds are almost invisible. Like, it's almost impossible. Not impossible, but it's almost impossible. Like, the girls are so fucking stupid. So Crush is the book where we finally find out what happened in Iceland. Arya kissed a snowman and stole a fake painting that she obviously didn't realize it was fake at the time. In this book is when we also meet Agent Fuji for the first time, who wants to meet with all the girls, but they kind of ignore her because they think that she knows or will find out that they did something to Tabitha, even though they know they didn't kill Tabitha. And then they meet with Fuji and tells them everything about A and stuff. This book wasn't really that bad, but it wasn't also that interesting. Like, Arya pissed me off many times in this book. I don't think it was that bad to put it on Alex Drake, but then I also need books on the Alex Drake. But yeah, we're gonna put this on Alex Drake. It's not as bad, but I do remember reading this book and being like, yeah, can we just move on, because this book is really annoying me. So yeah. And then we have Deadly, which Deadly, I put it on my notes, has the book that I enjoyed the most. It's the 14th book. And it's when we find out about Nick being Allison's accomplice, Nick being the one who helped Allison all these years. Actually, we learned this in Alice Pretty Little Lies, but Nick has been there for Allison literally since the day they both killed Courtney. So he has been there since the very beginning, but we had no idea about him. And he's not like Charlotte or Alex Drake, who we didn't know until the end of the book. No, because we actually did meet him. He was several people, which obviously we never put two and two together, or most of us, because maybe someone was smart enough to actually put two and together. And I think Deadly was really, really good. I wish the show actually had done that. The show could have done that with Ren, because we knew Ren since season 1, and I wish that the show would have done that. It would have been amazing. Like, it would have tied everything up a little bit better. It would have more meaning. Yeah, actually, yeah. I wish that actually happened. And also, I think it's in this book that the girls... Yes, it's in this book that the girls are being arrested, or like they're waiting for trial in Jamaica for Tabitha's murder, because Allison, Nick, they sent a fake video of the girls hitting and killing Tabitha. So yeah, so they're waiting for trial, and in desperation they go looking for Allison, and they find Nick and Allison, and oh my god, the book is so good. And now we have Pretty Little Liars, or is this Pretty Little... Wait, is this Pretty Little Liars or Pretty Little Secrets? I can't tell. Yeah, so it's Pretty Little Liars, which obviously I'm gonna put this on number one because I mean it's literally the pilot of the show with more background story. So yeah, we're not gonna explain my decision over there. And then we have Pretty Little Secrets, which is just a novella. Don't have to read. I actually suggest you not to read it because it's like a waste of time. So I would put that on Alex Drake. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just, I wish I didn't read it. I thought it had something to do with the show. Like, I thought it was like a prequel. I thought it was like Alice Pretty Little Lies, where it explains a little bit of background story, but it was just a stupid story. Then we have Burn, which is the book that happens during spring break and the cruise. I don't remember anything that happened in that book. Seriously, actually, I would debate between I think I've seen this film before, or if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Because the book was very boring. Like, I spent most of the time during, like, it's very slow, and I spent most of the time seeing how much it was left in that book. The same thing happens. They believe that Graham and Naomi were A and that they were working together, but obviously that was not the thing. Obviously Naomi was not A, and it's not until Naomi saves them that they figure it out, okay, yeah, she's not A. And then Graham, they believe that he is A until he literally dies. And even after he dies, they still think that he did something. Like, God. Yeah, it's so annoying. A lot of storylines that we can just skip out. Like, the whole book, we could have just skipped it. Flawless is the second book. Is the book where the girls think that Toby is A and ends up unliving himself. The book is also like a mix of season 1 and season 2 of Pretty Little Liars, but I don't think the book was that memorable to put it on like the top tier and then take notes on what. Marlene did take notes on that book. She did make the liars believe that Toby was A. Like, I'm gonna put this on, I think I've seen this film before because it's the same thing. They truly believe that this person is A, but obviously this person is not A. Obviously. Oh my God, so annoying. And then we have Vicious, which is the last book of the series. I'm gonna be honest. It was, perfect in the sense of Allison is in jail. Finally, she couldn't escape the law. Finally, she couldn't escape. She didn't have any more cars up her sleeve. But at the same time, reading the book, it was kind of like, I knew that they were gonna get away with it. How? I didn't know. Like, I knew that Emily was still alive. Like, I wouldn't believe that she would just unlive herself right in the last book. Like, no, that was not gonna happen. But the finale didn't give me anything more out of it. It's definitely better than the show finale, which is why I'm gonna put it on Marlene Take Notes. Perfect. What happened here is a car accident with Hannah, that she knew who A was, and A hit her in a car, so she doesn't remember. Yeah, Spencer goes to therapy, and Arya is still dating Sean. I think Arya is living with Sean by that point, but she's also seeing Ezra. This is pretty much, again, what happens in season 1, season 2, except for some little details. I didn't hate it, but Hannah really did piss me off in that book. Like, she really did piss me off. I'm gonna put it on Marlene Take Notes. Well, actually, why would she take notes? It's the same. It's literally season 2 of Pretty Little Liars. But I just don't want to put it on top tier because I just don't want to put it on top tier on the book, because in the book, Hannah did actually know who A was. She recognized the number, and it was Mona's number. So way better than the show, because in the show she was like, it's Noel, just because she saw Noel right on the back windshield of the car where Arya and Ezra were kissing. Oh yeah, I don't like Wicked. We're gonna put this on Alex Drake. I remember what happened. So the thing with Wicked is that Hannah's dad and Kate and Isabel come live with her because her mom goes to Singapore for work. So yeah, that's already bad on its own. It was just a very annoying storyline, I guess. But yeah, the thing that happens in this book is that Ian is in trial for killing Allison, and just him repeatedly saying, I didn't kill Allison, somebody is framing me, somebody, all of that, which is very annoying, and having a lot of meetings with Spencer, which at the end of the day, he doesn't really tell us anything, just that he saw two blondes, one that was Ali and somebody else, but he doesn't really know who it was, or maybe he just didn't want to say that it was Courtney. Alison, you know what I'm trying to say. Xavier, the whole storyline of Xavier, who was dating Arya's mom, but he was also a creep. He was pursuing Arya, and we don't support gross men in this household. We don't. So yeah, this is my ranking of the Pretty Little Liar book. Do you agree with me? I hope you do. And if you don't, well, feel free to let me know in the comments your wrong opinion. Well, I have fun doing this. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know any ideas that you want me to make videos about. It could be Pretty Little Liar theme, or it could be any other TV show, or even books. I'm willing to do books. I wouldn't say review. I think I do more of rants than reviews, but yeah, let me know if you're interested in anything like that. Season 4 of Sex Education came out like last week. I haven't really seen people talking about it, and I've been trying to watch season 4, and it's really taking a lot of energy from me, because I don't think I'm having a really nice time watching season 4. Maybe I just don't remember what happened in the previous seasons, and maybe that's what's going on with me. I don't know. But if you want me to talk about sex education as a whole, then that's something I can do. That will take me a while. By the way, that's gonna take me a while, because I will need to finish season 4, probably rewatch the previous seasons, or like the whole show on its own. But if that's something that you're interested in, I'm willing to do so. Let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully. Bye.